Imagine this, a franchise on the brink of greatness, a star player caught in a contract standoff, and a last-minute blockbuster trade that sends shockwaves through the NHL. The Carolina Hurricanes just made a move so bold it might redefine their future. But what does this mean for the Avalanche? And how does Chicago fit into all of this? Stick around, because we're unpacking the drama, the stakes, and the impact of a trade that's rocking the hockey world. Oh, and spoiler alert, this deal might just make or break a Stanley Cup dream. Let's start with the headlines. The Carolina Hurricanes shocked the NHL by acquiring Mikko Rantanen from the Colorado Avalanche and Taylor Hall from the Chicago Blackhawks in a three-way trade. Why is this such a big deal? Well, Rantanen isn't just any player, he's sixth in the NHL this season with 64 points in just 49 games. That's elite-level production. Here's the twist, Rantanen's contract with Colorado was the elephant in the room. The Avalanche couldn't meet his demands, and the Hurricanes swooped in to capitalize. Taylor Hall's addition adds a layer of intrigue. A former MVP, Hall has been plagued by injuries, but his potential upside makes him a fascinating gamble for Carolina. So, are the Hurricanes building a championship roster or collecting shiny hockey cards? Let's find out. The Avalanche, a perennial Stanley Cup contender, found themselves in a bind. Rantanen wanted a deal comparable to Leon Draisaitl's $14 million AAV extension with the Oilers. Colorado, however, hoped to keep him under Nathan MacKinnon's $12.6 million cap. Negotiations stalled, and the Hurricanes pounced. This trade wasn't just about adding Rantanen. It was a chess move. Carolina sent Martin Necas, last season's leading scorer, and Jack Drury to Colorado. Necas started strong this year, but his production dipped. Drury, a reliable but unspectacular player, sweetened the deal alongside a 2025 second-round pick and a 2026 fourth-rounder. But here's the kicker, why did Chicago get involved? And what's in it for them? Chicago retained 50% of Rantanen's cap hit, reacquired a 2025 third-round pick, and threw in the rights to Nils Juntorp. For a rebuilding team, it's a small but strategic step forward. Now, let's talk about what this trade means for the Hurricanes. Carolina has been knocking on the Stanley Cup door for years, only to fall short in the playoffs. Adding Rantanen and Hall gives them the offensive firepower they've been missing. But with big trades come big risks. Rantanen is a free agent this summer, and if he walks, Carolina could lose a key piece without a long-term return. Colorado, on the other hand, gets much-needed cap space and draft picks. It's a gamble for a team that's still a Stanley Cup contender but needs flexibility for future moves. Meanwhile, Chicago's role as the third wheel might seem minor, but it's a clever play for a team focusing on rebuilding their roster. It's like a hockey soap opera as the cap turns. Who needs TV drama when you've got the NHL trade deadline? The big question now, can the Hurricanes finally break their postseason curse? With the Eastern Conference odds shifting in their favor, this trade could be a defining moment. But what if it's not enough? What if Rantanen doesn't re-sign, or Hall's injury history resurfaces? And how will the Avalanche use their newfound resources? Stay tuned. Because this isn't just about one trade, it's about setting the stage for the most unpredictable NHL playoffs in years. The Hurricanes, Avalanche, and Blackhawks just reshaped their futures in a single night. But the ripple effects of this trade are just beginning. Who will emerge as the true winners? And what other moves will shake the league before the deadline? So if you love this video, then hit the like button and subscribe the channel for more news. Love you, gang.